Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. About to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Beyonce Says She Loves Lizzo. Apparently, she is upset. The Beehive. People are mad that she said that. I don't know why she just came out and said that, but sure. Also, Keke Palmer links up with Usher. Are they trolling Keke's boyfriend? Links up in what type of a way? Let's see what's happening. Let's watch.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive Channel. I want to talk about Victoria Monet. Victoria just dropped a video for her song On My Mama, and I love it. First of all, if anybody has been following me, you know that I am a big fan of Victoria.
I tried to listen to that song after Impressive raved about it. And I mean, I thought it was decent, but I don't know. It didn't grip me enough to make me want to keep listening to it. So I listened to it a few times, and I was just like, and I just moved on. So, and I feel like I've heard a couple other songs by her. So she's not my personal taste, but good for her if she's doing well and if the video is good.
Loved it. Now, moving on, I want to talk about some more music because it looks like Keke Palmer and Usher are teaming up for a collaboration. And
she's saying linked up. I thought she meant that they were spotted on a date together or something.
This is a little messy and funny to me because if you all remember, Keke and her boyfriend Darius had a rift because of Usher. Keke went to Usher's concert, he serenaded her, and her boyfriend didn't like it. In fact, he went on Twitter and he slammed Keke over her outfit, and it just created a huge discussion on social media. Everybody and their mama had opinions on it. I mean, it was just a mess. And since then, Keke's boyfriend Darius has been hiding in the background. He's been so low-key that some people believe that they broke up, but I think Keke and Darius are still together. The blogs say that they were spotted together while hanging out with the influencer Aaliyah J. So they might still be together. And despite how people may feel about it, I think it's good for them to kind of work things out behind the scenes because they do have a young son together. So I wouldn't want them to break up because of what people on the internet say.
Exactly.
Now, I do find it pretty hilarious that after all of that, Keke and Usher are teaming up for some music. And I think this is for Usher's song Boyfriend, I believe. So I think Keke is going to be starring in his video.
This is good promo.
And this is just a way to capitalize off of that moment.
Exactly.
One thing about Usher and Keke is they know how to capitalize off of a moment. So this is just...
This is making me think, was the whole thing set up? Was all of that orchestrated so that, they could ultimately collaborate for this fucking song? What if, the boyfriend was told to get on Twitter and make those comments? I wouldn't put nothing past nobody. Y'all don't be knowing these celebrities, they be faking so much shit, relationships, beef, drama, all of that, just for your attention. And when your attention is on them, then they dropping some shit. And now you're like, let me check it out. It's all a game.
Pure marketing. It's business. I think both Usher and Keke know that people are going to be talking about this and having big pieces about it. But it's really giving satire vibes. And I believe that Keke's boyfriend may have gotten the heads up that this video was happening. So I don't think this is serious at all. And I could be wrong, but honestly, they're just capitalizing off of that whole moment. But I do see where people could find the optics to be a little strange because they might feel that Usher and Keke are making a mockery of the whole situation between Keke and her boyfriend. And also, it might be perceived
because only a month later, y'all about to drop a song.
But honestly, I think it's just business. Now, last but certainly not least, Beyonce came out and showed Lizzo love during her concert in Atlanta. Now, this had some people talking because Lizzo is currently being sued by 3 of her former background dancers, and also 6 other people have come forward with allegations about Lizzo. So it's not really looking good for her right now. It seems as if some people are distancing themselves from her. And it was even rumored that Beyonce tried to avoid saying Lizzo's name during her Break My Soul remix. So people felt like Beyonce was distancing herself from Lizzo as well. Now, I did a whole video on this. And I didn't think Beyonce was intentionally snubbing Lizzo, but that's what the blogs kind of picked up, and they were running with the narrative. But Beyonce came out and showed her support to Lizzo to let people know that Lizzo is still her girl. really like this at all. They were like, how on earth could she support Lizzo after all she's been accused of? This is just wrong. But I think Beyonce supported Lizzo for two reasons. For one, she didn't want to seem as if she was abandoning her during her lowest moment. She didn't want to seem like she wasn't a solid person, because apparently Beyonce and Lizzo are cool. They've hung out together behind the scenes, and they seem to have a really good rapport. So I think Beyonce didn't want to just discard somebody she probably considers a friend. Also, I think Beyonce came out and supported Lizzo because of the reports about Lizzo being dropped from the Super Bowl halftime show. Beyonce's husband, Jay-Z, is actually the curator for the halftime show. So they were considering Lizzo as a performer, but I don't think it was ever guaranteed that she would perform, but she was considered, and the fact that her name was dropped from consideration after the allegations came out kind of made it seem as if Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z were just distancing themselves from her. But I think Beyonce wanted to assure Lizzo that she loves her, there's no love lost, and also she wanted to let her know that just because people are canceling her doesn't mean that she's going to cancel her. I mean, that's her homegirl after all. So I think she was trying to show her some solidarity.
That could have been
and I can
communicated through a phone
the
call.
optics may look a little funny, because people already assume that Lizzo is guilty of everything she was accused of. But I think that Lizzo should have the opportunity to prove her innocence in court. Anyway, tell what y'all think about.
This is fire too. Okay. I'm sure. Support whoever you want to support publicly, whatever. I just think that was random. I feel like that's something she could have communicated through a phone call. Communicate that, hey, I'm here in support of you. But see, I don't know. I've never been in a situation like this, so I can't say for sure. But if I had a friend who was being accused of some heinous shit, I don't think I would be publicly supporting them. And when I'm saying publicly, I'm referring to my own life. It just means in front of other people that I know. Because obviously I'm not in the fucking media. But I don't know if I would just be like, yeah, I'm supporting them. I got they back. I'm 10 toes down, because I don't know what actually occurred with these accusations. I don't know if they actually did what they did. People fail to realize that just because you have a good relationship with someone, that does not mean that they're not a terrible person. They could very well be doing some fucked up shit when you're not around them. They could be nice to you and have a good relationship with you, but they could be a horrible person and terrorizing other people. So in that case, should you stand with them and be like, well, you good to me, so I'll still support you? I think that's a bit odd, personally. But, that's just my opinion. But, yeah, girls, support who you like, whatever. Sure, it's your concert. If that's who you want to shout out, then I guess. But apparently the Beehive is upset. The only reason why I said that is because I see a video on the side, and it says the Beehive is upset. So I'm assuming that they're, like, talking shit on Twitter or something, as people usually do. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.